We have something we call foreign plurals. Foreign plurals, such as, what are your criteria for choosing the best player of the team? When they want to give the Oscar award, what are the criteria? What are the factors that they consider, right? What is the criteria? Is it plural or singular?
Plural.
So what is the singular for? Criterion. Criteria. When they want to choose Miss World or Miss Vietnam, Miss Canada, what are the criteria? What are the things they look at? What are the factors that they look at for choosing Miss Vietnam, Miss Canada, Miss World, the best player? That's the criteria, would be the plural. Criterion would be the... So most of these words come from Latin, some from Greek. Bless you. Like this particular phenomenon, but there are many different phenomena unexplained by science. Good word for IELTS. Phenomena. We also have a phenomenal performance by... Phenomenal performance means a spectacular. Means a great performance. A phenomenal performance. A phenomenal performance would be a spectacular performance.
Phenomenal means like...
Phenomenal.
Phenomenal.
Look, phenomenon is something that happens. For example, if a comet comes, that's a space phenomenon. Something that happens. Phenomenon is something that happens. A happening.
Okay.
Now, you say this phenomenon, such as what? The northern lights. If you go to the North Pole in Canada, they take you there to see the northern lights. The northern lights, they're amazing. Aurora. The aurora. For example, that's a beautiful phenomenon. A happening, something that happens, right? But he had a phenomenal performance. Means a spectacular, amazing, stunning. Criterion, criteria. Phenomenon, phenomenon. Some of them are really good. But what else? For example, we have analysis. Analysis, what's the plural? Analyses. Yes. What's the basis for your argument? Basis.
Basis.
Bases.
Basis.
The pronunciation changes. Basis, bases. Analysis, analyses. Crisis, maybe the best word here in this category.
Crisis.
Crises. There are many crises in different parts of the world. The economic crisis is just one of the crises, major crises of this millennium, which is the third millennium, right? Crisis, crises. Then we have many other stuff that, like stimulus, stimuli, things like that. Fungus, fungi. Syllabus, syllabi, or syllabuses. Formula, formulae. Vertebra, vertebrae. So when we say vertebra, I don't want you to learn all of them, just the good ones. Vertebra. and vertebrae. So we're vertebrates. What are the vertebrates? The things that we have in our spinal column. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How many vertebrae? You know vertebrates? Vertebrates and invertebrates. Some animals that have no spinal column. No spinal column. Spinal column. Behind us, there's something that goes from here. Also, dinosaurs had spinal columns. Right? Our spinal column is like this, from our neck, and there are some vertebrae. Yes? Here. And then we have vertebra. But we have vertebrae, or vertebrae. And vertebra would be the... Or, some words like index. Indices. Or indexes. Some of them are, both are possible. Indexes. Appendix. Yes, appendix. What is appendix? It's in your body, right? Sometimes you have to have it removed. Appendix. Appendices. You have appendectomy, which is when you parenthesis, like this. But one is parenthesis. Two are parenthesis becomes C's. Parenthesis. Parentheses. One more thing that's also an IELTS word, like hypothesis. What is hypothesis? Hypotheses. The scientists have a hypothesis, means a supposition, a theory, that they need to prove. It's a hypothesis in science, and it's an IELTS word. Hypothesis. It's an IELTS TOEFL word. So hypothetical, and we have hypothetically. Hypothetical means based on a hypothesis. So you have a hypothesis, you have a theory, you want to prove it. If it's proven, it's no longer a hypothesis. It's a proven theory, it's a fact. It's a scientific fact. So scientists have a hypothesis. For example, is Big Bang a proven fact, scientific fact, or is it just a hypothesis? It's a hypothesis which is actually backed by some findings, so it becomes a theory. A hypothesis may be the first stage of having a hypothesis, and when there are some facts backing it, it would become a theory, backed by some facts, but still not proven, right? So hypothesis, there are many hypotheses. There are many different, sometimes contradictory hypotheses about creation. Creation. Some people talk about evolution, the evolution, and other scientific hypotheses. Others talk about the Bible and holy books and evolution. Not evolution, that is the story of Eve. And the theory of intelligent design. That is, we've been designed by some intelligent power called God. These are hypotheses. That's a good word. Hypothetically, A should be bigger than B. Everyone knows data. Yes? Data, computer, or data. Data, or data, or data. Yeah. It's actually a plural noun, coming from datum. When we say bacteria,
Bacterium.
Actually comes from bacterium. Agenda, addendum, addendum.
Media.
Media,
Media.
medium.
Medium.
So we have medium of communication. Language is a medium, not a media of communication. Media. When we say mass media, like television, newspapers, internet, they're all part of the mass media. Medium is one. Media would be more than one. The media. So when I say the media, or the press, I'm talking about all the media, like TV and... But when we say data or data, because we've been using data so much, that even if I'm talking about a piece of data, we would say a piece of data. Sometimes, like bacteria, no one ever uses bacterium anymore. So they sometimes use the plural form, even for the singular word. But it's good to at least hear it once. But this is good because when you see crisis and crises, basis and bases, you know, IS would be singular, ES would be plural. Basis, bases, crisis, crises. ES would be plural here. Index, indices, good, or indexes. Phenomenon, phenomena. This is a scientific phenomenon. When you mix two elements, something happens. That's a phenomenon. Sometimes we use it for someone will say, he is such a phenomenon. Again, for phenomenon, many people use phenomena, which is plural, singularly. Not correct, but they've been using it so often and so many people have been using it that it's kind of becoming accepted. It's not gaining ascendancy, but it's becoming acceptable. Vertebra, vertebrae or vertebrae. So many of these that have a, Latin words, if you add one E, they become plural. And the pronunciation would be vertebrae or vertebrae. Data, datum, data. Bacterium, bacteria. So these are called foreign plurals. Let's take a break.